This is a little video of how I got these lovely crimped wefts from this ponytail clip for Fei Xiao. I got this ombre dyed ponytail clip from Dokidoki. First thing I had to do was free the hair from the ponytail clip. So there's a little elastic which you can loosen and then you can just pull over all the little teeth and turn. Bit fiddly, but once you get the first few done it gets a lot easier. Now you're left with this mesh where all the wefts are sewn onto. So next job was trying to unpick them really carefully so I don't accidentally snip the wefts themselves. Again, this is fiddly, take your time, make sure you're doing it in a bright, well-lit area so you can see it a bit easier. It doesn't help that the thread is quite a similar colour to the mesh. But once you've got a first few of them, you can pull them apart and then it gets a lot easier. I'm not sure what to do with the mesh, but I tend to hold them anyway, and here's all the wefts that I got off it. You can see that the wefts are a bit creased and they've got some threads in, so I wanted to clear those up a little bit, and later on with my crimpers I helped flatten them out so they're all nice and neat. And here's a lovely little row that I pinned on my head ready for crimping. I folded over the edges here to kind of reduce the chance that hairs might fall off the end of the run, and I have them in 2 layers, which is my preferred way of crimping it. Now I have all the wefts, so I've got to brush out all these tangles. Again, another tedious and fiddly process. Take your time, you don't want to rip out more hair than necessary, and go bit by bit with the brush here. I'm picking at the tangles, trying to split them with my comb and just go bit by bit, starting from the bottom and working my way up where I can. If you're a bit more careful than me, you may not have as many tangles, but here we go. It's so satisfying when it's all brushed out. Now the monumental task of crimping it all. Crimping is a balance of a few things: temperature, speed, power, i.e. how hard you press it, and how thick the wefts are that you're crimping at the time. For example, if your crimpers are a bit cooler, you might have to press harder, you might have to have thinner sections, and you may have to go a bit slower. Similar thing if your section has got more hair, you have to go slower and a higher temperature so the heat can penetrate through all of the hair. To avoid those crimp patterns, I go over sections multiple times, or on my initial run I move the crimp only like small steps so that each section has multiple passes over it, and I use them a bit like straighteners to just gently smooth out the texture. Another really important thing is at the ends of the hair, make sure that you're careful to not crimp them as much because they will frazzle. It does help that these are wefts and not a wig, as when I glue them back on, the crimp lines won't line up and it'll be less obvious as well. This means that the only crimp lines that line up are the ones at the top of the weft. As you can see, the rest of it has this lovely texture and no obvious crimp lines. And of course you get the extra volume and tangle resistance. And that's it. I just spent loads of time crimping the rest of it, and it's so satisfying having it laid out. The first steps to my Fei Xiao cosplay is now complete.